Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be creating Greet Web. So now what exactly is Greet Web? Greet Web is our project, and what does that project do? It would just ask the user the time at his or her place, and then it would greet or wish the user accordingly. Supposing the time is 12:30 p.m., so it would greet the user good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night, etc. Now today guys, what's the exciting news? We're going to be using two new lines of code, if statement and document.write. What exactly is document.write? We're going to be talking about that when we start the coding. So let me give you a very quick preview. So guys, the problem over here is just one thing. Please don't get confused, but we're not gonna be using semicolon. Instead, we're going to be using full stop. Because with semicolon, I couldn't find any logic, honestly. If there is, then go ahead and do it, but according to me, I couldn't find it. So in this video we're going to be using full stop. If you want to write a semicolon, then you should write a full stop. And also in this video tutorial we're going to be using 24-hour clock format. Keep this in mind also. What is the time at our end? Supposing the time at my end is 3:30 in the morning, so it would greet me as good morning. Now the time at my end is 1:30, it would greet me good afternoon. And if the time at my end is 5:30, it would greet me good evening. And if the time at my end is 11:30, then it would greet me as good night fellow. And if the time at my end is 24, then it would be greeting me good morning fellow. And at the last, if I'm writing the 24-hour clock format wrong, that is 24.01. The 24.01 is actually 00.01, but many people do it wrong, so this is for them invalid time. Okay guys, let's go rocking into the tutorial. So guys, now I have organized our MS code folder. So this into textual JavaScript work is self-explanatory. There are the things that we do in this series. This JavaScript folder is for the projects that I practice JavaScript with, and this others is where I make the previews for you, and the remake of our project is our sub series. The link is in the description for the playlist of it. Okay guys, let's now go rocking into the video. So guys, now over here also I created two new folders, the screen time calculator app, which we created as the first tutorial in this series. Link is in the description for the whole into textual JavaScript series updated with this video too. Okay, and then in this greeting web we're going to be creating the greet web. So we're going to be adding one HTML file, greet.html. okay, and then we're going to be adding again a new file, JavaScript file, greet.javascript. okay, so now guys, let's add the emit abbreviation doc through which we can write we can do everything on our browser. Let's give it a title of the amazing greet web. Okay, the amazing greet web. Now in the body, the script source is going to be our greet.javascript right here. Okay, yep, now let's start coding. So guys, first of all we're going to be telling our users, now first of all guys, we're going to be telling our users about our website. That is, instead of semicolon, what should you use? Because if we don't tell our user that, then the user would use semicolon to tell the time, and that would make our greet web wrong. Okay guys, that's why we're going to be adding an alert function. If you have watched the first video, then you should know, but if you haven't, then let me tell you, the alert function tells the user something. Now there is one more function, prompt function, which we are going to be using just once in this tutorial, which would ask the user something. Okay, so now first of all, let's use alert, and I'm not going to confuse you more into prompt. We're going to be using it here, but I'm going to be telling about that more when we're going to use that line of code. So guys, that alert is gonna be, if you want to write open close parenthesis and write this inside. If you want to write this, then you shall write a open close parenthesis full stop inside it. Okay, and now we're going to be adding one more alert function. Also, we are going to be using 24-hour clock format. Okay, so guys, now let's check if that is working. Let's go to our Chrome web page, add a new tab, and open our greet web. So go into Textual JavaScript web, greeting web, and the greet HTML. If you want to write a semicolon, then you shall write a full stop. Also, we're going to be using 24-hour clock format. This is it. So guys, for now I'm going to comment it. If you watched the Into Textual JavaScript part 1, you would have the information of what exactly is a comment and different types of comment. But who have not, I'm telling this to you all. There are two types of comment, and what exactly is a comment. So a comment basically just tells the computer to ignore that line of code. The different types of comments are inline comment. What does an inline comment do? That inline comment just comment out the line where you added the 2 slashes. Okay, these slashes would make them inline comment. Minimum 2, you can add maximum any. That wouldn't work. That wouldn't matter. And what is the second type is a multi-line comment. That would be started from a slash and a star and ended from a star and a slash. This just comments out the whole line of code until you end it with a star slash. So guys, now I'm going to be telling you about if statements and document.write. So for now, I'm going to just comment out the alert functions that we are using. Okay, so what exactly is a if statement? An if statement, we just add a condition, and the computer just searches and find out that is the condition that we give, whether the condition that we have given is correct or not, is true or not. If that is true, then it would do a thing that we're going to write in this, like that. Okay, so let's go in it. Now we're going to be declaring a variable if test is equals to 1. Now if test is equal to 1, now there would be a question in your mind, why did we use 2 equal to signs instead of 1? This is because if you all know, we can just change the value of our variable anywhere by just writing this line of code. So the computer would get confused if we just write is equal to right here. The computer would get confused. So that's why we are writing 2 is equal to, so that the computer would know that we are giving the condition that if this variable is equal to the number that we gave, 1. Okay, then you should do this document dot write. Okay, so what does document dot write do? You just do one simple thing, write something on your web page like it's written over here. So if test is equals to 1, then document dot write. If test is equals to 1, then document dot write. If condition is comprehended, and we have to create this as a string because this is no variable or any value that we declared. So string, we have to create it as a string, and then we're going to save it, and I'm going to if condition is comprehended. Now if we give a condition that if test is not equal to 1, so what does this exclamation mark plus is equals to mark do? It is a symbol for not equal to. So if test is not equal to 1, that means if it is 0, 0.1, 1.2 or 2 or 3, 1000, 100, any number except the particular number 1, then it would write this. So now over here when we save it and go over here, it would not print anything, but when we change its value to 2, then it would be, wait a minute, let me save it first, then if condition is comprehended would be printed. So this is what exactly a if condition is. Now let's start. So guys, now first of all we're going to uncomment our lines, the alert functions. After that we're going to declare a variable time which is equals to the prompt function. Now let's talk about prompt function, guys. What exactly prompt function do? As I told you, it just asks the user something, and whatever the user would answer, we can store it as a variable. So prompt function is really useful when you want to ask the user something, which we are going to use in this. And prompt function is really useful, guys. So if variable time is equals to prompt, what is the time at your place, fellow user? And then now we're going to be using if statements. So if time is greater than or equal to 0.01, now as you know that there's 0 and this just you can just forget or ignore this red line, just ignore this. So as you know that we write 1 a.m. as 0001 in 24-hour clock. So as I told you all, we're going to be using the full stop this time. We're going to be using full stop this time. That's why we are going to write it as 0.01. And guys, why are we writing it at 0.01? Because 0.01 is also equal to 0.01. That's why. So let's write 0.01. If we write 0.01, then the computer would say that it is wrong. It should be 0.01, because why are we adding an extra digit? There is no need of it, because the computer is identifying it as a decimal. So now it should, and we have to add one more condition, and what does this and do? It just adds one more condition that should be fulfilled with the first condition to do whatever we are telling the computer to do in the if statement. Okay, so if time is greater than or equal to 0.01 and it is less than 12, because after 12 we're going to be starting afternoon, and 13.30 is bigger than 00.01, so it would print good afternoon and good morning also. So this is the problem. That's why we are going to add this line, time is less than 12. Okay, so now we're going to be adding the document.write, as I told you all about it. It's going to print out good morning, yeah, this much. And now we're going to be copying this if statement. No, let's not copy it for the sake of the tutorial. Let's not copy it, so that you all would understand it better. We are just gonna replace if we just copy paste, so you would not understand it. So if time is greater than or equal to 12, and if time is less than 5 according to 24-hour clock, guys, you can start evening at any time because evening is not marked, but obviously afternoon and morning is marked. Afternoon and morning are marked, but not evening and not night. According to you, you can mark good evening and good night as anything. Okay, so you can change the duration of the afternoon. So for me, I'm just like writing the duration of the afternoon from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. You can change it. It's actually your choice. So now it would be writing document.write good afternoon. Okay, and then we're going to be doing this now. If time is greater than or equal to 17 and time is less than 8 p.m., where we're going to be starting night, then document.write good evening. Okay, and then if time is greater than or equal to 20 and less than and time less than 24, then document.write good night. And then now the last two statements. If time is equal to 24, because we haven't add, so if the user would write 24, then it wouldn't print anything. So if time is equal to 24, then document.write good morning. Okay, again, and this is the last if statement that we are going to be using. If time is greater than greater than 24, okay, then document.write incorrect time. Okay, this is it. Let's save it and go and check it out in our browser, guys. If you want to write a semicolon, then you shall write a full stop. Also, we're going to be using 24-hour clock format. What is the time at your place, fellow user? First, let's see the 24, good morning. If the time at my end is 24, then good morning. If the time at my end is in the morning, that is 6 o'clock, then good morning. And if the time at my end is in afternoon, that is 12:30 maybe, Then good afternoon. Wait, we did not add this exclamation mark in evening and afternoon. Yes, the greeting should be done with the exclamation mark according to me. Okay. Now let's say afternoon again. If it is 1:30, then good afternoon. If it is if it is 6:30 p.m., good evening. If it is 9:30 p.m., good night. And if it is an invalid time or incorrect time, which is 24.01, incorrect time. Okay guys, this is going to be the end of our video. So it was really fun doing this video with you. Now guys, let's recapitulate what would be in the description for you all. The links, MSVS Code download, the link to the updated playlist of Into Textual JavaScript, the link of the bonus sub series. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching my video. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, bye bye.